Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the second episode of this Farmers Training Series. I'm super excited to have you here once again. I'm your host, Mbazu Chibuzo, and it's been a privilege. Like the last session was really mind-blowing. We had Mr. Nathaniel Cookie talk to us about mushroom farming, and today is a different session altogether. So I'm going to urge you to share this link right now as you're coming in. Share the link right now to everybody you know, so we have more people on this broadcast. We need to encourage others to join this farming, because it's a privilege to have these experts teach us. Like you just have to take this opportunity and zap all the ideas and the knowledge you can get from them. So today we are going to be doing cucumber farming, and I'm really excited to have a very special somebody in my life who has been a mentor and a guidance when it comes to agricultural practices. He's no other person than Mr. Olatunji Olakunle, who is the CEO of Olat Farm. So he's going to be taking us on cucumber farming today. It's a practical session. Like every other session, it's totally practical. So get your book, get your pen, jot down things. And as the session is going on, make sure you are asking questions in the comments. Use the comment section, interact, drop your comments. If the training is going on really fine, leave a comment, encourage the speaker so it continues. And if you're just joining in, make sure you drop your country, where you're watching from, tell us your location, drop your name and your location so we can identify with you. Everything will be projected live on the screen. So without further ado, let's get into the business of today, where Mr. Olatunji will be taking us on cucumber farming. Cheers, guys.
Olakunle Olatunji, popularly known as Olat Farms. I'm a farmer. I'm into cucumber farming, ugu, sweet corn, and then tomatoes. But today we'll be discussing about cucumber, how to be a successful cucumber farmer. I will tell you, cucumber is a wonderful vegetable. Cucumber is a wonderful crop, a wonderful crops in nature, because this is a crop that can give you whatever you invest in it back in the space of 6 weeks. I hope you hear me very well. 6 weeks. For example, if you plant a cucumber seed today, be very assured that in the next 6 weeks you are going to start your harvest. So whatever that you put into cucumber, you get it back in the space of 6 weeks. It's different from any other agricultural businesses that you have to wait for a longer period before you start to recoup back your profit. Cucumber is not like that. So that is the reason why I always said anybody that goes into agriculture or that has a big farmland, it is always good to have a cucumber farm by the side, because that is what is going to help you to keep your farm going. It's going to help you with the expenses of the farm, because in 6 weeks, whatever you put there, if done correctly, you are going to get it back. Now, let's go to the land preparation for cucumber. You can see this is one of our farms. We've not planted a cucumber, we just do some harvest here. You see, when you want to plant a cucumber, the very first thing you have to take into consideration is availability of water. It's very, very, very important, because cucumber needs water. Cucumber demands a lot of water, and when you look at it, cucumber contains at least 95% of water. Even when you heat it, it contains 95% of water. So you need enough water for you to be able to plant cucumber. So if you want to site your farmland, the very first thing you need to take into consideration is availability of water. Whether you are going to dig a borehole by yourself, or a well, or maybe you site your farmland by the stream side, so you will make use of the water available in the stream. And you have to consider, when we are talking about the soil that is suitable for cucumber, or cucumber can actually grow on any type of soil. It can actually grow on any type of soil, but it does better in a sandy loamy soil. You understand? That's why cucumber does very well. So you have to consider that the kind of land you're going to use. It's better you use a sandy loamy soil to grow your cucumber. And then it must not be in a waterlogged area. Cucumber is very demanding when it comes to water. You need water for your cucumber to do very well. But again, it doesn't mean you're going to go and plant it in a waterlogged area. Because if you plant your cucumber in a waterlogged area, it's going to spoil most of your seed. Even if you plant your seed, most of the seed will rot in inside. It's not going to germinate properly. And even if it germinates, there is a tendency that all of them will die off because of too much of water. So you don't plant your cucumber in a waterlogged area. At least a sandy loamy soil. That's the best soil to plant your cucumber. After you've cleared your land, during the weeding, the clearing of the land, you're going to do your ridges. And the cucumber ridges, it's done most time. It's best to do your cucumber in a straight ridges, not hips. It's better you do it in a straight ridges. You can see. Let me to show them. You can see these are the kind of ridges that you're going to do for your cucumber. You can see them. You see, it's a straight line ridges. It's straight line ridges. You understand? So after you've done your ridges, the next thing you're going to do is you get a manual. You need a manual for you, at least chicken deficits, chicken dunks. That's what you need. It's the best compost manure that you can use for your cucumber, so that your cucumber will do very well. If you're planting cucumber, it's always good that you have a compost manure that you are going to put into your into the land. You mix it with the land. So that's the preparation, as in that's the land preparation for cucumber. And then if you want to treat the insects, there are some insects that's always inside the soil. You need an insecticide. Rocket is okay, Laraphos 2 is okay. You can use rocket or Laraphos or punch. So you're going to use the insecticide to spray all your land. So whatever the insects that might be all around, so those insecticide will kill them off. After you've been sure that you've used your insecticide, and you can use your insecticide when you're practicing an irrigation system like this. You are just going to fertigate it. There is a way we do the fertigation. You understand? If you have this kind of, you can see that this one is we are practicing irrigational farming in a farm. So it's always easy. You just dilute your insecticide inside one bucket, then you use your pumping machine to draw insecticide into the soil of the farm. So that's that about the land preparation. So I will show you how the chicken manure normally looks like, the kind of a chicken manure. We've talked about the land preparation, the weeding, the ridges. Now I want to tell you how you're going to apply. I want to show you how you're going to apply this fowl dungs into your ridges, the application of a manure into your ridges. Now you can follow me. Now, we are practicing irrigation system in a farm. So these are the ridges. These are our drip tubes. In a cucumber, there is the the spacing is very, very important. When you look at this drip tape, you can show them the drip tape. When you look at this drip tape, you can see that it has already been spaced already. That is like a 1 meter. You understand? 0.3 mm. You can see this is it. This is it. So this is the spacing you are going to do. Either you are planting, or either you are using irrigational system, or you are using just a manual. You are planting without a irrigational system. Now this is it. You can see this is where you wanted to plant. You dug, then again you've already dug here. Then again you dug here. You can see the space I leave between. The space is not too much. The space is not too much. So now this is the foul dung. I'm going to put my foul dung here now. Can you see the quantity? Yeah, this is it. Put this one here. You can see here. Yeah, I put this one here. It's dried already. Then I put another one here. You can see. So that's how you're going to apply your manure. And now, after the application of this manure, you are going to pour water in it to dissolve the manure very well into the soil. So after you have dissolved it, maybe in the morning time you put water so the thing is well dissolved. In the evening time you cannot plant. So the seed of cucumber, we have various types of seeds. We have the hybrid F1, we have the poinset, we have the local one. But it's always best to plant with hybrid F1. The best seed to always use is the hybrid F1 because it's going to give you a high yield, a maximum yield. We have Tokyo, we have Murano, we have Darina, we have Mona Lisa, a lot of hybrids F1. But the best seed is always is to use a Jorad. There's a seed that we call Jorad seed. Yeah, let me show you how Jorad looks like. Yeah, this is a Jorad seed. This is a sachet of a Jorad seed. It's the best seed to use in cucumber. You can't really see it around because it's always scarce, but it's the best seed. We have planted different types of seed, and I can tell you categorically that Jorad is the best because it gives you maximum yield, and you can harvest Jorad a longer period of time. Now, let's go back to okay. So after you have already applied your manure, and then in the morning, I've told you you're going to put water on the manure that you've applied, so to soften it, because you can't plant directly with that foul waste. You can't plant directly. It's going to kill your seed if you plant directly. So you need water to soften it very well. So if you want to now do your planting, maybe you put manure in the morning, you can always plant in the evening time or the next day. So you're going to put your seed. You plant your seed. Just plant your seed here. You plant one. It's always good to plant one seed. It's not always good to plant two seeds inside the hole. Because if you plant more seed, it makes it yield a good yield. When you plant two seeds in a hole, the two of them will be fighting for the nutrients. So one way or the other, one will kill one will do well. And at times it might affect the production of the two. So it's always to plant one seed per hole. One seed per hole. So you plant your seed. One. After that, you wet them. In 3 days' time, your seed should start to germinate. In 3 days' time, the cucumber start to germinate. So that's about. We've talked about the land preparation, and we've already talked about the planting, the fertilizer application. Now we are going to talk about the insecticides, the fungicide you're going to use, the spraying of cucumber, the routine you're going to follow to be spraying your cucumber. So I'm going to give you the kind of insecticide, the kind of fungicide, and how you're going to be spraying it. And then we're going to talk about the fertilizer application. We are inside the cucumber farm now. You know, this is just a cucumber of 2 weeks. And you can see that they are doing very well. Now, we've already talked about the fertilizer application, the manure application, the ridges, the spacing, and then I've showed you how you're going to apply your manure. And after that, you plant. Like I said earlier, when you plant a cucumber seed, it's supposed to germinate in the space of 3 days. You see your cucumber start to germinate. So after 3 days of germination, that is when you're going to start spraying your cucumber. Don't wait for 2 weeks. Don't wait for a week. Prevention, they said, is always better than cure. Cucumber is very prone to disease. Very, very prone to disease. We have the Mildew of this world, the downy of this world, and then we have some insecticide, some insects that do affect cucumber. We have the white flies, we have the aphids, a lot of them that affect them, and then we have the pests too that do attack cucumber. So you need to start your spraying early. When you start spraying early, those are the things that will deter fungi disease creeping into your farm, or any insect affecting your farm. So we have organic insecticide, we have inorganic insecticide. Organic insecticide, we have neem oil. Neem oil is always the best. Is very, very good. We can start with application of a neem oil. Neem oil, it has an odor that repels a lot of pests. It repels insects, and it's not harmful to your crop because it's organic. And then we have Larafos Gold, we have Larafos, and then the fungicide, we have Cabridio, we have Ridomi Gold, we have Z-Force, we have SAF. Those are very good fungicide. But I will tell you the application. Like I told you, your cucumber will start germinating in 3 days time. Then after 3 days of germination, you start spraying your farm. You start with neem oil. Then after the fourth day of germination, you can use Larafos Gold, small quantity of Larafos Gold. Let's say like 30 mils of Larafos Gold in 16 liters of knapsack sprayer. And then your Ridomi Gold. Ridomi Gold is always in powdered form, it's not in liquid form. So the Ridomi Gold, you have at least, let's say, just 10 mil of Ridomi Gold. You put it inside a knapsack. Then you have 10 mil again of Z-Force. You put it inside the knapsack. You understand? And then if you have SAF, you can put 10 mils of SAF too. Those are fungicides. Larafos Gold is the best insecticide that I know for cucumber. And then Larafos, you can use the two of them together. So you mix it together in 16 liters of knapsack, and you start spraying at the 4th day of germination. The 3rd day of germination, you will start with neem oil. And then there is one thing that we call super grower and Maxiforce. You see, super grower, it enhances your crops, at least it makes them healthy, it maintains them to be very green. You can see how these plants are very green. You can show them, you can see they are very green. These are just 2 weeks cucumber and they are doing fine. You can see we are in the dry season. Rain just fall once here in Ibadan where we are. So it's the help of the irrigation that we are using that makes the plant to look very good and very healthy. And then the kind of care we are giving to them by spraying them regularly. So let's go back to the spraying of the crops. Super grower is very good also. We have, and then Maxiforce too is very good. You have to get them. Maxiforce, Maxigrow. Maxigrow is made by Jubilee. You can walk to any Jubilee company and get your Maxigrow. And then we have a Maxiforce. We have a super grower. You can start with super grower and neem oil at the third day of germination. So the super grower can be mixed with neem oil at the third day of germination, then you spray. The quantity of super grower you are going to add is 30 mils into 16 liters of knapsack. So you start spraying your crop. So after the fourth day, you use your fungicide and insecticide, which is Laraforce Gold, Cabridio, Ridomi Gold, whatever. And then I've told you the quantity you're going to use earlier, and you're going to be maintaining it every 3 days. The neem oil and the super grower will be every 4 days. Why the fungicide and the insecticide will be every 3 days till you harvest. Every 3 days, the insecticide, the fungicide will be every 3 days till you harvest. Why the neem oil will be every 4 days till you harvest. You mix neem oil and super grow and Maxiforce together, and it's going to be every 4 days till you harvest. So that is that. Now, after 2 weeks, when your crop gets to 2 weeks, like this one now, they are ready 2 weeks. We are going to start roping it by tomorrow. After 2 weeks of you've planted your crop and they are ready 2 weeks, there's something that will cause staking. You can see this is a bamboo here. Let me show them. And then we have a binding wire. You can see binding wire in the farm, and you can see bamboos in the farm. The reason why they are here is because we use them for staking. So you get a bamboo and you get your binding wire. So after that, you get your rope. Let me get one rope. I will show you how. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, can you just show? You can see. This is it. Oh, it's not here. Okay, I think this one has gone off. Sorry, the rope is not good. Let me get another rope. Okay. Yeah. So you're going to tie your rope to this binding wire. You can see you tie it to this binding wire. So automatically your cucumber will crawl to the cucumber. So it's important that you stake your cucumber. The reason for staking it is because it's not good for your cucumber to crawl on the ground to avoid different types of disease to affect them. And then it makes your cucumber to do very well, because when they are fruiting, you can see your cucumber will be fruiting on top, not on the floor. If your cucumber is on the ground, it gets spoiled. You understand? It gets spoiled because they are on the ground. So most of them got spoiled even before you start to harvest. But when your cucumber is up, you see they will be very healthy, very green. There won't be any kind of a yellowish. So it's always good to stake your cucumber, and then it increases your yield. So that's the reason why you need to stake your cucumber. You can see what you need for staking is this binding wire. The binding wire is very strong. That's the reason why you need a binding wire. Don't use a rope. Don't use all this rope. You use a good binding wire, and then you get a good bamboo. You can see the way we connect our home, and then you stake your cucumber. After the staking, you now start the application of the fertilizer. You can always use organic fertilizer. Alright, we've already talked about the staking, and we've talked about the land preparation, the ridges, the spacing, the type of seed you're going to use, and then the manure application. Now let's talk about after 2 weeks of planting, you are going to start staking them, and then you are going to start adding your fertilizer. The best fertilizer to use to start up with is urea. It's either you use it manually or you use fertigation. You can see we are practicing irrigation system here. Let me to show them. That's our reservoir. You can see our reservoir. You can see how these pipes are being connected. You too can have this type of farm if you desire to. It can help you to set up your farm. Let me come and show them. Let me show you something. What we use to fertigate. You can see this is our reservoir. This is our fertigating bucket. You know, and this is a pumping. This is a pumping machine. And you can see this is our pumping machine, and then this is our fertigating hose. You know, you put your, if you want to fertigate fertilizer inside to our crops, you're going to soak your fertilizer here. Let's say, like I told you, you start with urea. You soak your urea inside here. The thing will dissolve. Then you use this. This is a fertigating hose. You dip it down inside the bucket. Then you start your pumping machine. Automatically, it's going to draw the fertilizer, and then you start releasing water. You understand? Your fertilizer started going through all these pipes that is laying down, and then it goes to the root of your plant. You understand? It goes to the root of your plant automatically. So it's always very easy to have this kind of farm irrigation system inside your farm. One, it reduces labor. It even reduces your home cost, and then it makes your plant to get a maximum yield. So if you cannot afford this, like I told you, you can always use hand. Like I told you, you can always use hand to put your fertilizer. You start with urea. Urea is very good to start with at 2 weeks, because it makes your crops to come out very well. You understand? Now look at this. Now let's say this is you wanted to apply urea right now. This is the distance. This is your crop. You can say this is it. Here, this is it. You put your fertilizer here, the urea. You put your urea here, then you cover it, and then you put water. You understand? That is how to apply fertilizer. So you start with urea. After a week, that means when your plant, when it reaches the stages of 3 weeks, you now start applying NPK fertilizer. We have different types of NPK fertilizer. We have NPK 20-10-10, we have NPK 15-15, NPK 20-20-20. But the best NPK to use for your cucumber is either you use NPK 20-10-10 or NPK 15-15-15. That is after 3 weeks, when they are already 3 weeks. The reason for this is to maintain, because as at that time they would have been fruiting. You will see the fruit, and then the flowers will have been coming out. So for you to maintain the fruit, so there will not be any abortion, there will not be any burn of fruit, so you won't lose most of your fruit, you need NPK. NPK will help you to maintain that and to stabilize your farm. So you apply NPK 20-10-10 or NPK 15-15. After that, as you will now continue applying that NPK every 6 days. When you start to give them from 3 weeks, you will now start to give them NPK every 6 days till you harvest. Do you hear me correctly? You start giving them NPK when they are 3 weeks old, and you will be giving them every 6 days till you harvest. But if you are not practicing this kind of farming system, this irrigational farming system, it will not be easy, because it's not easy to be putting fertilizer manually to your crops. One, it's going to consume a lot of fertilizer, and then your plants will not even utilize it very well. But if you are practicing the irrigational system like this one, you know, it will be very easy. You just dissolve your fertilizer inside that bucket, inside the bucket, then you use your pumping machine to pass it to all these drip tips. You can see these drip tips, they have emitters. You can see this is a whole emitters. So as it's dropping automatically, it goes inside the soil. So that is that about the fertilizer application. We've talked about the fertilizer application, we've already talked about the staking, we've talked about the spraying of the chemicals, the insecticide, the fungicide, the pesticide. Now let's go to the pesticide. You know, pests attack cucumbers a lot. We have the rodents, all these rodents, they do attack cucumbers. Now for you to control them, there is this rabbit urine. The smell of your rabbit urine is very strong. If you can get a rabbit urine, it's a very good pesticide, and then again it's a very good organic fertilizer also. It does two works inside your farm. When you spray rabbit urine in your farm, when you're making use of the rabbit urine in your farm, it does two types of work. It serves as a fertilizer and a pesticide, because any crops that come, any rodent rather that come to hit your cucumber, as soon as they perceive the smell of the rabbit urine, they move away. The smells drives them away, and then it's another source of fertilizer to your crops. So rabbit urine is the best pesticide you can get, and it won't affect your plants. You can get it from those that are practicing rabbit farming. It's being sold everywhere, so, and it's very, very good. We make use of it in our farm, and we don't have any kind of rodent affecting our farm. We've discussed about the land preparation, the planting, the kind of fertilizer, the types of fertilizer, the types of seed, the spacing, staking. We've talked about the staking, the importance of staking, and if you plant a very good seed, like the jora that we normally make use in our own farm, you are supposed to start your harvest at least 5 weeks for this. 5 weeks for this, maximum 5 weeks, 5 days. You're supposed to start your harvest. You will say, wow, yes, that's how good that seed is. You start your harvest by 5 weeks, 5 days. 5 weeks, 4 days. And you can see this place right now. Come, let me show you. Let's just see a 2 plot of land. Maybe you start with a 2 plot of land. If you plant a Jura seed and you follow all those routines that we've already told you, there is no way you're not going to get over 100 bags. Or at most, let's just say you are a starter. At least you are guaranteed to get 80 bags of cucumber. You will say, wow, yes, 80 bags of cucumber. That's what you're guaranteed to get on a 2 plot of land. And there is a market for cucumber all over the places. Right here in Ibadan, we have a large market. In Lagos, there's a large market. Just look at your neighborhood. You see a market for cucumber everywhere because everybody consumes cucumber. A lot of people consume cucumber. People that knows the health benefit of cucumber, they consume it. It's being used in salad. It's being used in a different delicacy. And then there is a cucumber juice also. So there is always sales for it. And the good things about cucumber is just that when you take it to the market, you see they buy it immediately and you collect your money immediately. You don't have to wait for them. They buy it and then you collect your money. In the rainy season, a bag of cucumber can be sold for at least the least you can sell your bag of cucumber is 3,000 naira. While in the dry season, like we are right now, you can sell it to the tune of 8,000 naira. Presently, right now, it's being sold for 6,000 naira. So just imagine you now have a 2 plot of land that you now use to start your cucumber. That's, you're talking of at least getting like 100 bags. If you're selling right now, today you harvest a 2 plot of cucumber and it's done the right way, you get that quantity of cucumber that I told you. You are sure that's like a 600,000 that you're getting from just a 2 plot of land. That's the reason why it's always good to do irrigational system. That's the best you can do to make you to be successful in cucumber. Not you can't break through when you are using ants to feed your cucumber water. No, and because cucumber it demands a lot of water, you're going to give cucumber water in the morning and then in the evening time every day. So when you are using your hand to wet your cucumber, body no be firewood now. There is tendency that you yourself you're going to break down. But when you have this type of irrigational system in your farm, you just start your pumping machine and then it does the rest. It automatically draw water from your reservoir and then distribute it to all the plants inside the farm. The reason why you are using the pumping machine is that pumping machine can push water to any length or any aspect of the farm. So that is it. So cucumber is a very wonderful crop, a very nice crop, and with the little that I've already told you, with the little insight I've given you about cucumber, you can be very sure that if you go into cucumber farming, I can tell you categorically that you can never regret it. Cucumber farm is worth it. I've been doing cucumber for the past 4 years, and I can tell you that cucumber is very, very sweet when it's done the right way. My name is Olakunle Olatunji, popularly known as Olat Farm. We have different types of farm. This is one of our farms here at Old Ife Road, Ibadan. You can always get us at 070-6502-1189, or you can contact us via email olatfarms@gmail.com. olatfarms@gmail.com. Then our Facebook page too is Olat Farms. You can go to our Facebook page, then you get us there. So nice talking to you, and I can hope that you can just start a cucumber farm of your own too. So for consultation or any questions, you can get to us through the number that I've dropped and through the emails that I've dropped. Again, I repeat, the number is 070-6502-1189. And we have a lot of we normally train people too. If you want us to train you, you can always come. We have a package that will train people for like a month. So when you contact us, we're going to give you the details. And then we have a paid sessions of training too on WhatsApp that you can always, a paid class on WhatsApp that you can always get us. And then can tell you that we've tutored a lot of people on cucumber farm and they are doing very fine. And we're always happy when people are making money and they're doing fine. And with cucumber, especially when the economy is in a disarray like this, cucumber can really save a lot of souls. And cucumber can gives you the money that you want and can bring you out of poverty. You don't have to wait for long for you to start recouping whatever you put into your farm. Cucumber is a very wonderful plant. See.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mr. Olatunji. Like this is so massive. Like 4 years in agriculture. How did you do that? 4 years. This is so massive. If you enjoyed this session, please let us know in the comment section. Like this is so mind-blowing. It has been so practical. Mr. Olatunji just shared every secret he's using on his farm. That's a 2 plot of farm. You mentioned 2 plot of farm, right, Mr. Olatunji?
Yes. Well, the size of our farm is, we have at least almost an hectares of farm. But the one we make the practical is just the 2 plots that will do the practical. It's just a 2 plots of land. But we have up to at least 2 hectares of cucumber farm. Because yes, those ones are inside the main farm. So because of the network, you know, there isn't network over there. So that's the reason why we use this place as a practical distance, so we could be able to give out the information in the proper way, yes, and then connect.
Wow. So you just shared 4 years of experience with us. How do you feel about it?
Yes, it's wonderful. You know, when you impart knowledge into people, and then when you tell people how they can really survive in this economy, and you share your experience, it's always good. It makes you to feel good. You understand? So I really feel good sharing my experience with a lot of people and telling people about the secret of a cucumber farming. Cucumber farming is a very, very cool agricultural business.
Wow, great. This one is very personal. I want to ask you a very personal question. It's a yes or no answer, right? Because I want the viewers to be really convinced. So I want to ask you this question: is there money in cucumber farming? Yes or no?
Yes, there is a lot of money in cucumber farming.
Oh my goodness! So you're seeing a millionaire in front of us. Guys, like you need to jump on. Like from the planting to the fertilizing or fertigation, everything due to the earth. Like this is so massive, so mind-blowing. So from that, let's just start the questions. You can take questions, right?
Yes, of course.
Sure. All right. Let's go ahead and take questions. If we have questions, just leave question in the comment section and I'll read it out so everyone can read it. So let's go with our first question. All right. So is Supergrow a fertilizer? You made mention of Supergrow when you were, talking about some things, some chemicals.
Yes. Supergrow is a liquid fertilizer. It's actually a liquid fertilizer. It helps with the growth of the plant and actually make your cucumber fruit to be very it makes it to be very okay and then healthy, then in greenish in nature. You know, cucumber is always green. You understand?
Yes, sure.
So if you apply super grower to your cucumber, it gives you the best. So super grower is a liquid fertilizer.
Okay, right, great.
Yes.
So that's a good answer from you too. Toyigiwa was the person that asked that question. So our next question is, please, what's the size of your farm? Maybe
well,
you mentioned it already, you can just say it again.
Yes, like I said, we have up to 2 hectares of a cucumber farm.
Wow.
We have up to 2 hectares of cucumber farm. 2 hectares of cucumber. Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. And a hectare is about 15 plots, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No, an hectare is like 2.5 acres.
Okay.
So we are talking of 5 acres.
Wow. That's
Yes, sir.
that's massive. That's massive. All right, let's go to the next question. Gabe Ice is asking, beautiful webinar, but we need to know the best seeds to plant. So, what's the best seeds to plant for cucumber?
Yeah. The best is for cucumber. I've already said it earlier
Yes.
in the practical class.
Session.
The best seed for the best seed for cucumber is a Jorad seed. As far as I'm
Okay.
concerned, I've been into cucumber now at least almost like 4 years, and I've used different types of seed. I've used the Seminis of this world. I've used Mona Lisa. I've used Murano. But I can tell you that Jorad is the best seed. It gives you it gives you a maximum yield. And then one thing about Jorad seed that I've never found in any other seed is that Jorad developed another branch, and each of those branch carries a fruit. Why other seed doesn't have that kind of a thing? When you plant Jorad, you will see another branch, and those branches carries a fruit also. So Jorad is the best seed as far as I'm concerned.
Jorad. So just to be sure, Jorad is spelled Jorad, right?
Yes, Jorad. Jorad seed. You see, so yes, Jorad.
Yeah, I believe Gabe got that answer. So our next question is from Matthew Raphael. Matthew Raphael said, please state the quantity of neem per 16 liter of water again. I didn't get that. You made mention of neem. Neem oil,
yes.
Right?
Yes, neem oil. When we say neem oil, I don't know. Neem is dogoyaro. Everybody is very familiar with dogoyaro.
Yes, so, the neem leaf.
Yes, yes. So another name for neem is dogoyaro. So the oil extract from the seed of dogoyaro is what we call neem oil. You understand?
Wow.
So that's if you want to apply it to your farm, you need just 30 mils. 30 mils is okay. Wow. 30 mils into 16 liters of knapsacks. Yes, 30 mils is okay into 16 liters of a knapsack.
Knapsack. All right. So just to an additional question to that question, like if somebody wants to get neem oil, do I have to go and process it by myself from scratch, or is it available in the market?
Neem oil is available in the market, and then we can as well help you to get it. We do produce neem oil also, so we can as well help you. Yes, you can get it from us also.
All right. So let me go to the next question. Next question is from Gabe again. Gabe is asking another question. Thank you for the. Okay. This is Ofwebo Ben. Ofwebo Ben is asking, how much does it cost to start cucumber plant? How much does it cost? Like.
Well, it depends on it depends on the capacity of what you wanted to do.
Okay.
And then it depends on whether you want to do you want to practice irrigational farming system.
I mean,
or maybe you just want to plant it directly without irrigation. So it depends. If you want to practice irrigational farming system, if you are going to do an acre of a cucumber, let me just start with an acre. I will break it down. Let's say an acre, and then you want to irrigate all your farm with the borehole. I'm talking with the borehole. You can't spend, let's just say, with the borehole and then the irrigational system for all of your 1 acre farm. Let's say you're going to spend like 1.6 million. 1.6 million is okay for 1 acre. For 1 acre of cucumber. Yes.
So 1 acre is a plot, so that our audience will just be aware.
Yeah, 1 acre is like a standard 1 acre is like 8 plots.
Okay, great.
Yes, a standard acre is like 8 plots.
And then we'll start dividing that down.
Yes, it's the cost of the area it's the cost for the drip tips, and then and the pipes, your reservoir. Those are the things that really takes the money. But you know, whenever you are doing it once, you understand, you don't need to repeat it again. It's just the startup capital. So far you've done, you've put your drip tips, the pipe, you've laid the pipes, and all these things. You can use them for like 5 years. Nothing will happen to them.
Wow.
So it's
Wow.
just the startup capital that it's kind of expensive. But if you are not practicing irrigational system, you want to wait for the rain
Yes.
to start a cucumber farming of just, let's just say, an acre. You can't spend
Okay.
uh, let's just say like 350,000 naira. You can get it done.
Wow. All right. So
Yes,
my next question
but
will be
it's
in
always
line
good.
with what. Okay. So somebody
It's
else is
always good
asking.
to practice irrigational farm. Is the best.
All right. So with irrigational farm, like if I'm doing irrigational farm on a one plot of land that is you estimated 300,000, right? So NNTech
Yes.
is asking, please, how much percent, how many percent profit can I make yearly if I start a cucumber farm? So let's use that one plot of as estimate. The 300,000 investment on one plot of land. How much can I make in 1 year?
Okay, let's say you start with a 1 acre of land. You
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
You use a 1 acre of land, and then with irrigation, I've told you like a 1.6 million naira. Well, in a 1 acre of land,
Yes. For
you
1 acre.
can always get
Mhm.
at least, yes, at worst, if your cucumber 50 bags of cucumber,
Okay.
and then during the
Wow.
dry season, you can always sell your cucumber to the tune of 8,000 naira. While in the rainy season, you can sell your cucumber at rate of
Go.
3,000 naira. So let's just do the calculation. You understand? So if you are selling for maybe 5,000
Yes.
naira or 6,000 naira, you just do the calculation. 350 times
On
5,000.
average.
It depends. Yes. But in the rainy season, you can just sell for 3,000 naira per bag because a lot of people plant cucumbers in the rainy season. So
Mm.
automatically the price comes down. But it can actually come down to 3,000 naira. That's the least you can sell your cucumber bag. You understand?
Wow.
But so if you are now having 350 bags every week, you understand, every 6 weeks of planting,
Yes.
because cucumber is 6 weeks. So
Okay.
if you're having 350, that's 350 times 3,000
500.
naira in the, yes, in the raining season. You understand? That's
Okay.
350 times 3,000 naira. You can see that it's a hell of money. That's close to 1 million naira.
Yes.
You
Yes, that's
understand?
true.
And then you can farm cucumber at least, let's say, 5 times in a year. So
Wow.
that's what
Wow.
we've been making, because it's every six
Wow.
six weeks. Let's say, okay, fine, you plant your cucumber now, you start harvesting in the next 6 weeks. So after that, let's say you harvest for like 2 weeks. So you are using two months for one cucumber. So you use another week to prepare the land again and then start up again. So at once you will have 5 planting in a year.
Massive, massive.
So
All right. So
and so you get your money often and often. It's a steady income, and then it helps you to stabilize
wow.
your
Wow.
farm. Because it's just a 6 weeks
Uh,
vegetable. So you plant it now, you're harvesting
vegetable.
the next 6 weeks. Yes.
Okay. I just want to ask a question for the sake of those who don't have that large amount to irrigate their farm. If
Okay.
you just want to do the cucumber farming in the rainy season, you time
Okay.
everything like where like how much do you think someone can spend without irrigation?
Well, yes, that's what I say. Without irrigation, at least you can
Yes.
start your cucumber farming with like a 300 to 350 on an acre,
Oh,
1 acre of land.
okay, 1 acre. Okay, the same acre of land
Yes.
that takes 1.6 million with irrigation,
Yes.
right?
With
Oh,
irrigation,
perfect.
yes.
Perfect. So anybody that wants something smaller, you can start doing the calculation and bringing it down to a plot or half plot and all of that. So
Hey, you
fantastic.
understand?
Thank you very much. So somebody is asking, Tony KY is asking, when should we start applying urea fertilizer to the plants?
That's after 2 weeks of planting.
After 2 weeks of planting. All right, so that's a
Yes,
direct
after
answer.
two
Tony
weeks.
KY.
Yes, it's after 2 weeks that your crop start to germinate. You understand? So that after
Wow.
2 weeks of germination, so that's where you start applying urea.
Okay, so if we have any
Yeah.
more questions, we can just display. So Sorochi Eunice is also asking a question. She said, is cucumber farming seasonal? If it is, how do you cope when it is not in season? In its season?
No, cucumber farming is not seasonal. That's it. If you have water and you have irrigation system in your plant, you can plant anytime. You understand? So that's the reason why practicing irrigation is very good. Like in our own farm, we farm around the year. We don't stop. We don't have to wait for the rain because there is an availability of water already. You understand? And then we have irrigation system in our farm, so we plant throughout the year. So cucumber farm is not seasonal. So if you have irrigation system inside the farm, you can plant at any time.
That's nice. So during the class, you made mention of you said something about training, like you train people. Can you throw more light on that? Like explain more about the training. What's the training process like?
Okay. Yeah, we do train people at our farms. You understand? We have we train people for like a month, and then the package is 50,000 naira for a month.
Wow.
So that's what we that's what we do people. And then we have that's a practical training on the farm. Then we have an online training also. Yes. Then we have an online training also. The online training is just 20,000 naira.
Oh, great, great. So this training for 1 month, who is going to put the accommodation bill? Is it live training? If it's like, are you going to provide housing for entire 1 month for that same price, or there are other?
No, guys, we have an accommodation inside the farm.
Oh,
yes. We've trained a lot of people. A lot of people have come here, and then we've trained them. They've started their own cucumber farm, and they are doing very fine. You understand? So we have an accommodation that you can always have inside the farm. So there is already accommodation inside our farm. So all of our farm has a farmhouse. We have a farmhouse there.
Great, great. Yeah. So you just mentioned that the live training for 1 month is 50,000, but for the sake of this program, I'm just asking, for the sake of my people, is there any discount? Is there any discount that you can offer us? So a lot of people need to start making this money. Like you said, yes, there's money in cucumber farming. So many people are already interested. I see a lot of people online giving comments, asking questions. So what can you do? Farmer to farmer, I want to help you as a brother. Here's a discount. Come and join my class. Just mention 50,000. Is there something you can do for?
Yes. For the sake of this program, yes, for the sake of this training, then you can give a discount of 10,000 naira. So it will go for 40,000 naira for those that sign up immediately.
Okay, massive. Like,
yes, for those that sign up immediately, then you can give a discount of 10,000 naira. So that's 40,000 naira.
Wow, this is great. Thank you so much for that discount. And even while we're discussing, more questions were coming in, so we are going to be taking them. But for those of you who are interested, Mr. Olatunji just knocked down the price from 50,000 naira to 40,000 naira for the training. It's a 1 month intensive session. You can imagine how this online program is so detailed. Then just imagine 1 month of you having contact access with it. It's going to be mind blowing. I want in our next season of this program, most of you who are watching live will be the one taking a session or another. So I really need you to jump on this right now. I think the details are on your screen. So you can pick it. Olat Farms, the email is olatfarm@gmail.com, right? You may want to put your phone number by yourself so that the people can, sign up.
Yes.
The audience. So you have to add the +234 in front of the number.
Yes. Contact number is +234 7065 021189. +234 7065 021189. You can chat us up or you can call us. You get us on WhatsApp and then.
So this number is on WhatsApp. You can chat with him, to learn more about the training and then look, we need to start making this cucumber money. This is green money. No more oil money, we want this green money. So we just take other questions before we wrap up.
Okay. Yes.
If there's any question, just leave your question in the comment section. And when I drop your question, if you are not subscribed to this channel yet, click the red subscribe button immediately. If your button is showing red, click on it right now so that you don't miss any other session of this training. So I don't know if there's any other question. If there's any other question, we'll take it live or we'll call it a wrap.
So I think I saw one question when we are discussing. They are talking about how do we combat security.
You said, yeah, how do you combat security in your farm? I saw
Yes,
that too.
Yes, I saw your questions. Well, security it's something that is very very sensitive, even in Nigeria right now. You understand? But you can always at least combat security in your farm. One,
Yeah.
it's the main security threat that cucumber has are these headers. You understand? Are these headers, because most of people they don't take cucumber to be fascinating like that, because it's not something that is you understand. So we don't really have people coming into the farm and stealing cucumber, but we do have problem with these headers. But there is one thing we normally do. It's planting. There is something that we call castor seed.
Castor seed,
You
yeah,
understand?
castor seed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, castor seed. We plant castor seed. You can use castor seed as a perimeter fencing. You understand? Throughout your farm.
Yeah.
Where you castor seed, it has a kind of a poisonous stuff that deter away any kind of cow, animals. You understand? So when you plant it around your farm, even the cow will saw itself. When they see it, as in they go away. When they even saw it, they won't move near your farm, because when they perceive the smell, you understand? So they are not going to, yes, they run. So you can use that as a perimeter fencing. Even not only in cucumber, any of your farmland, when you plant a castor seed, you understand? It's always, yes, it's always good. It drives away all these animals, because it's poisonous to them. You understand? So that's the only thing. So and then that castor seed too has a commercial value. You understand? You can always, yes, it has a commercial value. You can always extract the oil from the castor. There is a castor oil. You understand that? Yes, there's a castor oil. So you can always sell the seed. You can always sell the seed to most of all these companies that do collect them. You understand?
So it's a win-win.
So it's a win-win situation. You understand? So that's the way you can combat all these headers insecurity stuff.
From affecting you. Okay, great. We are talking about cucumber here, and now we are having a new idea that can help any type of farmer whatsoever you are planting. So Tony Giwa is asking the question again: are we going to apply the super grow from beginning to the end of the planting, like this entire 6 week period?
Yes. You start applying your super grower at 3 days of germination. That's at 3 days of germination. You mix it with neem oil. It goes with neem oil. You understand? You can mix the two together, and you apply them in a knapsack. You understand? And then you apply them. That's like every 4 days. You understand?
Wow.
That's till you are going to harvest. That's how you're going to be. Yes.
Great.
So,
okay, great.
And then one more thing, neem oil is very, very, very. It's very, very good, especially for white flies. You understand? White flies that normally affect cucumber. You know, we have these white flies and then aphid. When you want to treat a white flies in your farm, you can always use neem oil mixed with a black soap. All these black soap. Yes. Okay. You mix the neem oil with a black soap, then you can use it if you have any kind of white flies in your farm. So when you use that neem oil, it helps to pursue them away. You understand?
Yeah. Great. Right, like fantastic answers you've been giving us there. So we have Tony Giwa is already very, very happy. Thank you so much. This is great. So we have another question from Christy Films. Christy Films is asking, you gave a discount to those who are going to attend the program live. How about those who are attending online? Is there any discount for them? Like, people are so interested in joining this business. So is there any discount for
Oh,
them as well?
okay. Yeah, we are going to give them. Let's just say, let's give them a 5,000 naira discount. That's
Oh,
15,000
wonderful,
naira.
wonderful,
Yes. So
wonderful.
those
So
that
the
are
5,000
signing,
attend
yes.
So we have 40,000 naira to attend the live training for entire 1 month. Your housing, your accommodation, everything is provided, and you have 15,000 naira to join the online class from anywhere you are, whether in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. You can join the online class. This is something you can do anywhere and everywhere. Cucumber is a crop that people eat all over the world. It's not, specific to a certain continent or other. So we want to really, really thank you, Mr. Olatunji, for joining this live session. Thank you for this practical session. This
Welcome.
we help other farmers succeed alone. We help so by helping other people. We really appreciate your time. I can see that you're currently in your farm. This is massive work. This is massive work you're doing. Thank you for taking out your precious time to talk to us, to teach us how to make money, because this is literally how to make money. And putting right now that agriculture is the new oil. Everybody, agriculture is not even the new oil. It has always been the oil. All of us, it's always been there. It's just that we were, distracted and went into the oil industry. Now we are back.
No.
So,
Everybody, people are moving away from oil now. So the next
yes,
big thing now is agriculture. So I
that's
will
true.
encourage everybody to go into agriculture. It might be very difficult in the start. You understand, but there
Yes,
is no business that is not difficult. You are going to face at least a different challenges. But
great.
if you don't start, you can't know how far you can go. You understand? So it's
That's
it's
true.
always good to start first, and then from there
Mm-hmm.
you can see that's when you know how far you can go. And then Rome was not built in a day. Something
At
good is never
all.
achieved in a day. You understand?
Never,
So
never,
you
never.
just yes, you just have to start from somewhere. And then I can tell you, when you go into cucumber farming, you can never regret it. You understand? Cucumber farming,
Yes.
it's what can help to take people out of poverty. And then
Yeah,
you'll be very glad you delve into the
you
cucumber
did.
farming. Yes, because it's just a few people that are still into cucumber
Who
farming.
are doing it?
You understand?
Mm.
So when you go into it,
Yes.
you will see, and then you too you attest to it at the end of the day. You're going to testify how good cucumber farming is.
Yes, this comment you just made just draw my attention to something. About the market. We didn't say anything about the market. How good is the market? Okay, if I start my
Oh,
cucumber farm today, how am I going to sell? Like,
hmm.
I'm just new. I don't have, buyers, off takers, and all of that. So, is there any like a ready market that one can sell to?
Yes, there is already made market in every
Mm.
neighborhood. There is already made
Mm-hmm.
market in every neighborhood. The thing is just
Interesting.
wherever you're staying, just look
Yeah.
for a cucumber market. All these fruit markets. When you go
Fruit
there, you
market.
see yes, all these fruit markets, you see a cucumber market. And one thing about cucumber is when you harvest your cucumber and your fruits are very healthy, you know,
Yeah.
when you take it to the market, people rushed and buy in your market, especially
Everything.
when it's very, very healthy. And they give
Mm.
you money at once. You don't need to come back before you collect your money. It's an instant cash. So
Mm.
I'm telling you, we normally harvest up to like 300 bags at a go, 400 bags at a go in a farm. And when we
Wow.
take it, there is already an off taker
Wow.
that will take it. And then they paid money
Wow.
instantly. So don't worry about the market. You understand? As if you're going
Yes.
into cucumber farming and then we tutored you, we are even going to give you an off taker. You understand?
Oh,
You get an off taker that
massive
will be taking
offer.
your cucumber. You understand? Because there is a lot of off taker. We
Yes.
as a farm, we cannot satisfy their needs. So we still need more people to come into cucumber farming. You understand? So there is
Mm.
already an off taker that
Ready
will take
market.
your product. Yes, already made market. There is.
Wow, this is massive. Like, all our speakers so far are really, really wonderful people. They're always telling us there is ready market, there is off taker, we can give tips, we can make like this, just making things easy for anyone that wants to start. Even the market is taken care of for you. Just identify yourself with them. They'll provide the market for you. So you don't have to struggle. Hey, my kid buy that's about any buyers. One more thing before we go, how long does cucumber stay on the ground before you sell? Like, do I harvest, keep for a while before selling, or that's the day that I'm harvesting, that's the same day I'm selling? Or how long does it last? Like, based on
No,
all of it.
if it depends on the at times cucumber, it depends on the size of your farm. For example, if you're harvesting
Okay.
like an acre of farm, you can use the whole day
Yes,
to harvest. You can use the whole
definitely.
day to harvest. You understand, and then
Okay.
take it to the market the next day. But if you're
All
harvesting
right.
like a 2 plots, 3 plots, you can harvest within,
Day.
let me say, five
All right.
hours. You understand,
Yes.
and then you take it to the market. You don't have to wait till
All
the
right.
next day. You understand?
Okay.
So you take it to the market. You don't preserve cucumber. It's like or
Mm.
every fruit. You understand? Every fruit,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
perishable. So you don't have to keep
Yeah.
them. As soon as you're
That's
harvesting, there you take it to the market. So, but I can tell
oh.
you and I can assure you, there is an off taker that will take your cucumber. There is
All
enough
right.
market. Mm.
Great, great. Like this is wonderful. We've had this 1 hour and 11 minutes so far, and it's been wonderful. Back to back excitement. So if you have
Yeah.
any last word, maybe any last word in the absence of any other question, maybe we'll just have your last word and then call it a day. So any last word for those who are intending to join the Kuba family, the business, and others are there.
Well, all I can tell you is just that, like I always tell people, whatever
Yeah.
you're doing, you just have to put your
Mhm.
maximum effort. You understand? And when you look at
That's
cucumber, something you are going to plant, and you start harvesting the next 6 weeks. So definitely you are going to put an intensive 6 weeks effort. You understand?
That's yes, sir.
All the spraying, the application of the fertilizer, the roping, the staking. You understand? It's very intensive, but it's always worth it. You understand? At the end of the day, you are just going to laugh last, because when
Yeah.
you put your seed into the soil, and
Sorry. Yeah.
after 6 weeks, you now see what you put into the soil, fruiting, and you are
Is
harvesting.
the
There is no. It gives you a lot of joy. You understand? Even
yeah.
you doing it,
Fact.
it gives you a lot of joy. Okay, hey, so I'm the one that do this. I'm the one that plants
You're
this.
doing
So
well.
this is, yes, you understand. So don't worry and don't even fear. You understand? We will be there
Good.
to at least tutor you, guide you. Even we can
Mm.
even visit your farm. You understand?
Yes.
To help you set it up, all those stuff. We've done a lot of people for people that they can attest, and they're doing
Mm.
fine. So I will just tell you,
Good.
don't worry, just be rest assured that everything will go well at the end of the day.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Olatunji. Thank you for joining this
So,
session. So I'm
yeah,
going
you're
to be
welcome.
closing right now. Thanks to everyone who has joined this session. Thank you so much for your time, for staying from the beginning to the end. Like it's been a wonderful session. Mr. Olatunji has really given us so much. Now it's left for you to make the decision. They are giving two classes, online class and an offline class. The online class can be started from 50,000 naira to 15,000 naira only. And the offline class is 50,000 naira. But because of this meeting, he has cut it down to 40,000 naira. And you stay 1 whole month accommodation provided for you, just learning cucumber farming. It's really, really massive. It's something I encourage you to jump on immediately. So I want to thank every one of you who has joined this meeting from everywhere, all over the world, where you have joined from. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And this series is, we still have our 4 sessions left in this series. I want you to keep coming back and watching every series, because no idea, no wisdom, no knowledge is a waste. After all, it's free. So make sure you invite your friends, share this broadcast, share the replay with everyone you know, so that they can also seize this opportunity. Call the numbers on the screen. Any more knowledge about cucumber farm, you'll be guided accurately. So without any other thing, I would like to say good night, Africa. Take care of yourself. And please, let's because the goal is to eliminate hunger in Africa and to
Yeah.
ensure zero hunger. This is something that the United Nations are pushing daily. They really want to achieve this. So we have to play our part. We have to play our part. You, myself, everybody. we have to engage into the agricultural system so we can feed the world and eliminate hunger in Africa and every other place around the world. So that's goodbye for me. Subscribe to this channel if you've not. Please do that, and it's of advantage to you because you are not here. So make sure you are here till the end of
Bye.